Welcome to your Quiz 5 instructions. So you should all be opened up to Quiz 5 on Canvas, and we're going to be working on question 1. A couple of extra tools in addition to your videos for this week are going to be this APA style website, and then also making Word documents accessible. Each of those pages look like this. These are really good tools, especially this APA style, for this assignment. So we're going to be creating a Microsoft Word document, practicing using APA style guidelines. For this assignment, you're not going to have to come up with any actual content. You'll see in just a second. I'm just going to write some gibberish just so we have some text to work with, but this is really an assignment just to be practicing these formatting skills. So just quick overview, your submission should include all of the correct formatting according to APA guidelines, and that includes font spacing, headings, color, etc. You're going to have a title page with all of the required aspects, which include the title, the author, that's you, affiliation, that would be SF State, the course, RPT 325, the instructor, that's me, Michaela, adding page numbers, and then also the due date. For the content, this is going to be starting on the second page of this document. You'll have the title of the paper as a level 1 heading, some type of introduction paragraph. Again, this is not going to be anything that you have to create yourself. It can be gibberish. And then 3 sections in addition to that introductory section with level 1 headings, and then a gibberish paragraph underneath. We're also going to be practicing using the references list and in-text citations as part of the Microsoft Word functions. So for this, you'll just have to find one random article about any topic just to put in that reference into the references function, and then add in-text citations to the end of each paragraph. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to open up my Word document. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start by making this title page. So the title of my document will be Quiz 5 Question 1 APA Practice. This can be anything. This is just what I am going to be putting. We also need the author, that's me. We need the affiliation, SF State. We need the course, RPT 325, Information Technology. And RPT. We also need the due date, so this is going to be due September 17th, 2023. And you also need the instructor name, so this is going to look goofy for me, but you'll have your name and then also my name. Paper title, then the author, then the affiliation, course, then the instructor. So after 325 will be the instructor. And the due date. Awesome. So these are all here. We're going to center all of these. And I did that by selecting my text and selecting that center alignment. And we're going to indent 4 times. From here, we are going to add a page break. So we're going to go over to Insert, add a page break. And this is where we're going to start our content. So I'm just going to copy the title of this document and bring it down here. And now I'm going to apply some level 1 headings. So for APA, level 1 headings are centered, they're bold, 12-point font, they're black. In APA, the 7th edition, there's no exact font requirement. Like you don't have to use Times New Roman. It just has to be something that is legible. So Calibri is a good option as well. I'm just going to use Calibri. It's bold, centered. Now I'm going to just select this text. We've done this before. Go to heading 1, update heading 1 to match selection, so that changed the formatting that's applied to heading 1 based on the selection that we had. So from here, now I'm just going to add 3 more level 1 headings. So I'll just do first section, second section, third section, and then I'll add like conclusion. Since we only need 3, I'll just do this. And then I'm just going to apply level 1 heading, and that's all you need. From here, we're going to add just an introductory paragraph. And like I said before, this doesn't have to be anything. Like, I'm just going to write introduction a couple times, copy the text so it's as big as a paragraph would be, and then I'll repeat that for each section. I did not want to delete the repeated word. That is fine. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. This part's a little tedious, but it is less tedious than having to actually write a paragraph. And all those red lines are going to come up just because I repeated that word. That's fine. And this can be whatever you want. If you want to write some actual sentences just for fun, that's totally cool. But otherwise, you can just do what I'm doing right here. You can also skip ahead of this this part of the video. You don't have to listen to me do this. I'm just doing this in real time. Alright, another paragraph, and then my conclusion. Alright, that is plenty of text there. So let's go back to our directions and see what we need to do. So we've got our cover page with all of these things. We got our content page with the title of the paper, the introduction, 3 sections with level 1 headings, and a paragraph underneath. Alright, now let's go ahead and add our references list and in-text citations. So what you'll do is you're going to go to Google Scholar or the university academic research site OneSearch, whichever one you're more familiar with, or whichever one you want to try. And we're just going to find a random article about really anything. It can be RPT related just for good practice. So I'm going to put in recreation activities. And then this one looks fine. So I'm going to go to this article. And I'm going to use the information from this article to add to my references list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my Word document. I'm going to come down, I'll add a page break here, and then I'm going to come over to references. Here, I'm going to come over to this section right here. I'm going to make sure that my references is set to APA, which it automatically is, and I'm going to insert a citation. So here where you can select the type of source, so many different types of sources. We're using an academic article, so that is an article in a journal. And here we're just going to fill in the information, and this program is actually going to do the formatting for us. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to put in some fake information here, but when you do it, you're going to use the information on your article to fill in these fields. So What that might look like is the author's last, comma, and then first name. You'll add a title of the article. And this is in sentence case, so do not capitalize any word except for the first word or the first word that comes after a colon, the journal name. So I'm going to put the Journal of Journals. And this is going to be where you capitalize the first letter of each word, the year that this information was published, and then any pages that you used. If you're citing the whole article, you don't have to put the page numbers, but if you only used information from specific pages, you'd put the page numbers in like this, and then you'd push OK. So what that did is this added this article to my citations list, and it automatically put this in-text citation right here. I'm going to delete this because we don't need it. What we're going to do is we're going to insert our bibliography or works cited, and I'm going to change the word bibliography to references. And then you can see that it has the whole citation based on the information that I put in right there. And then we're going to add some in-text citations to the end of each paragraph. So I'm going to put my cursor between the last word and the last period, and all I have to do is come over to this reference list and double click, and it's going to insert that in-text citation wherever my cursor is. So this is super easy, super fast. I will say that it's important that you input the information correctly into the references function, so the formatting is correct. If you want to check the formatting of your references list, this page that I linked here is going to be your best friend. So you can always use the search option, you can search references list to get the formatting, or you can use these different tabs to find that information. Let's double check that we have done everything. Come back to our quiz. We've added our references. We've added our automated references list and our in-text citations. And that is all you have to do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to close out citations. I am going to save my work. And we're going to save this as your last name, quiz 5, APA practice. I'll save it to my desktop, and then I will upload this to Canvas. And that is all, my friends. Thank you. As always, email me if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in class.